The Harley-Davidson Low Rider S has styling reminiscent of the original model from the 1970s combined with aggressive handling. Standard equipment includes a 4-inch analog speedometer, leather seats, a chrome exhaust, and a pair of aluminum wheels. The bike has a 1-inch moto handlebar mounted on a 4-inch riser, giving the overall look of the bike with coastal-style elements that puts the rider in an aggressive posture on the bike. For information, there is a speedometer mounted on the handlebar, making it easy to see when turning. Tucking it behind the fairing helps keep the bike looking sleek. Low Rider S features an FXLRS badge cover and a drop-back H logo, as seen on early HD race bikes, adorning each side of the tank. The rear suspension is of the monoshock type, which can be adjusted according to the initial load. The Low Rider S is equipped with a 1745cc liquid-cooled engine, which has 2 cylinders and 4 valves, which is capable of producing 144 Nm of torque. Then mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. The high-performance engine with precision oil air cooling is the new torque and displacement pinnacle in factory-installed Harley-Davidson powertrains. And if that's not enough, take performance even further with a dealer-installed Screamin' Eagle Performance Parts stage upgrade from Harley-Davidson Genuine Motor Parts and Accessories. Long-distance running is even more comfortable because the Low Rider S is equipped with cruise control, which will provide the rider with true driving happiness. For safety and security features, this motorbike is equipped with an anti-lock braking system, ABS, slipper clutch, and alarm system. The price for the Harley-Davidson Low Rider S is around $18,199. The 2018 Breakout 114 was born of the customer desire for something long, low, and modern. It gets the same new 3.5-gallon fuel tank as the 107 model, and also borrows the headlight from used on Harley-Davidson's prototype electric motorcycle called Livewire. But unlike the standard Breakout, the 114 model's Milwaukee 8 packs extra displacement for more power and torque across the rev range. Like the 107, dual counterbalancers cancel primary vibration, which allows the 45-degree V-twin to be mounted directly to the frame, improving handling and helping to reduce weight. Harley-Davidson claims this version of the Milwaukee 8 114 is 9% faster from 0 to 60 and 13% faster from 60 to 80 in fifth gear than the Milwaukee 8 107. The mild steel tubular frame has been redesigned and is 65% stiffer than the outgoing Softail frame. This new frame has 50% fewer component parts and 22% fewer welds and, with the solid mount engine, makes for an overall 34% more rigid chassis. This new frame, along with other changes, help reduce the weight of the Breakout by 35 pounds. The Showa Dual Bending Valve, SDBV, fork Harley-Davidson introduced to much praise on the Florida touring line last year is now applied to 2018 Softail motorcycles. The fork reduces weight and provides linear damping characteristics to provide a more comfortable, better controlled ride and improved handling. At the rear, Harley ditched the old Softails under-engine hidden twin shocks in favor of a single under-seat coil-over unit. The changes make shock action conventional, that is, the rear wheel hits a bump and compresses the shock, whereas the old design extended the shocks when the wheel hit a bump. The 2018 Breakout gets a smattering of other updates in addition to those coming to the entire Softail line. The 5.0-gallon fuel tank has been ditched for a reshaped, smaller 3.5-gallon one, while the analog speedometer has been replaced by a semi-hidden digital one. The Harley-Davidson Motor Company rolls into MY 2023 with the Softail Standard model that reprises its role as the entry-level big twin cruiser. The Softail Standard retains its old-school custom shocks that hail all the way back to the 1940s, when rigid rear ends and juice fork front ends briefly overlapped in the years immediately preceding the advent of the swing arm and shock rear end. Judicious blackout treatment joins with polished aluminum and chrome for a nice contrast that draws the eye. The Softail Standard designed together to look like a custom big twin cruiser model from the early 40s when the rear ends were still rigid, but the front ends were telescopic, hydraulically dampened forks, much like we have today. This combination dates the look to a short range of years, but the factory didn't stop there. A round Cyclops headlight toes the design line, but it rocks modern LED emitters for both the headlight and the DRL feature. The rear turn signals multitask as the tail light and brake light on top of their usual blinker duties. The instrumentation is all handled by a teeny-tiny, 2.14-inch LCD screen integrated with the top half of the handlebar clamp, making it supremely low profile and leaving the cockpit looking uncommonly clean. The frame on the Softail Standard is what really makes the magic happen. A tall downtube section hints at some possible stretch, while the 30-degree rake angle is definitely approaching proper chopper country. A set of 49mm Showa forks float the front end on 5.1 inches of travel with the dual bending valve technology that delivers a superior ride to plain vanilla forks. The hidden rear shock rocks 3.4 inches of travel, which is short but common with faux rigid frame types. A comfortable riding position joins with a dead low seat to inspire confidence at stops and when padding around in the parking lot. Harley-Davidson powers the 2023 Softail Standard with its relatively new Milwaukee 8107 plant. The Mil-8 Big Twin runs in the traditional long-stroke layout with a 100mm bore and 111.1mm stroke. This gives it a 1,746 cc, 107 cubic inch, displacement and mild, 10:1 compression ratio that should take mid-grade gas just fine.